All right, guys, welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. Some different. I've never gone live about Love Is Blind, but me and Mod, we want to talk about it. It's good spirit. But first of all, before I even get into that, let me get into my intro. You don't want no problems. You just talk like you do. Let me show you that you don't want no problems. All right, guys, we about to get started. As you see, I am your bartender for the day, getting the drinks ready for the show. Oh, you gonna need a drink for this one. What you drinking on? I got vodka, I got something brown and nasty. I got whatever you need to make you chill or to get you completely lit. What is it? Tell me all about it. Because you know this show is gonna be a mess, fun, and more. All right, what you drinking on, baby? I got you.
Oh my God!
All right. Welcome back. As you guys can hear already, loud as usual. We got the undisputed African Queen is in the building. We want to do the entire season of the Blind Women. It's gonna be crazy. So, welcome, Miss Mod Afro Mama. How are you, Mama? How you doing?
Thank you. I'm ready.
Look, let me tell you something. She never watches this stuff this fast. It takes her forever. So that's how I know she liked it.
Oh my gosh.
Same with me too. Same here. I'm not gonna lie. Same here. Hey Rashida. Hey, I love the new thumbnail. Hey. Okay, so baby girl and anybody who watching, we're doing the first 5 episodes. So if you have not watched it yet, there are gonna be some spoilers. I gotta change the title to 1 through 5. So my first, while I'm doing this, tell me, what did you think watching the very first episode?
Okay, what happened in the first episode?
Oh my God. I don't know why I'm doing with you. Anyway, we get introduced to the cast. First of all, Jesus Christ.
I love the chocolate. I love the way we had Asian, we had blonde, we had black man,
Mm.
chocolate man. I loved it, and I love that Netflix is following the story of those people who look like us. That's all I'm saying. And they're intelligent. And apart from Kwame, okay,
Oh,
Kwame is getting to my nerves, but you're gonna get there.
yes, we are gonna get there and on mine as well. So I'm just being honest with you. But so what I'm saying is, guys, okay. Um, the chocolate, like you said, was beautiful. Okay. I felt like I said this before in my video I just did um just now. But to be honest, this this whole thing to me is like a sexy um for us black people. We're not seen as sexy. We're not seen as, oh, they're attractive. We're not seen as, oh, they found love. I mean, to be honest, we're always portray everything but that. So when I
Mhm.
saw Netflix, I have to give them the kudos and say that you guys really listen to us bitch complain, because what I'm saying is you guys literally did that. I was really happy to see
Right.
the chocolate brothers, the chocolate sisters, the love.
Hmm.
Like, look, baby, look at how
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh. My favorite. My favorite.
Okay, so Tiffany and Brown, let's talk about them. Okay, let's talk about them first. So when you watch Love Is Blind, you have to watch them going to the pods and go back and forth. Most of the time, we see a person of color. Remember last season, and they're gone. This time, they showed us everybody was in the intro. Then we watched them through the episodes from 1 through 5. We see her and Brett getting together. Now, her and Brett getting together was so organic. It was beautiful. We got to have the gold goblets out with the wine. I want one of those goblets so bad.
I know. I like those.
But the way that Brett and Tiffany spoke to each other, because the thing about it's called Love Is Blind. You cannot see the person's face. You
Right.
cannot smell them, nothing. You only can go by. And remember, marriages were actually arranged this way years ago. Years ago, marriages were only arranged. There were no, like, I met you on the
Yes.
corner, we're in love.
Hmm.
So this to me is very old school, because you're actually getting the emotions, the real emotions. You're getting to know that person and what makes them tick, not necessarily what makes me feel good in my pants.
But you also have to be you also have to be ready and mature enough that you might get two, three connections, and the person you're gonna choose might be not as good looking as the other person who
True.
you're not gonna choose. You have to be mature enough to say, after we leave this and we get to see the other people, that is not going to influence me, because we can see the struggle of what some of the guys over here, you
Yes,
know,
God,
you
we
know what I'm
did.
saying?
No, we did. Like for
Yeah.
instance, Marshall broke. They really showed some vulnerable moments with the guys. Marshall broke down and spoke about his dad, about how his dad treated him, and that made me tear up because
Ooh,
Marshall, remember I spoke about how
yes,
his dad
yes.
was
Oh,
really
oh my God,
hard
he's
on
an
him.
emotional guy. I
Yeah,
like it. I like it.
but his dad was really hard on him, and he spoke about it. I kept
Yes.
it real, and I was like, okay, I
Mhm.
love that he was doing that. And we see him competing with Josh. I thought that was very interesting because Josh, they're both interested in the same woman, which is
Mhm.
her name is was it Jackie, what is it?
Jacqueline.
Jacquelina.
Mhm.
Jacquelina, another person of color. I'm thinking she's Puerto Rican. I don't know, Tanya.
Right. I like. She's beautiful.
I love her too, but she was handling it to me. Her and Tiffany were actually dating, in my opinion. They were dating. That when they was visiting each other in the pods, is getting to know each other. That's how you actually date.
Right.
You're not married. You
Right.
can date as many as you would like. Nobody has a ring on their finger, so you are
Mm-hmm.
allowed to do that. But the competition and the cattiness. I want to
Mm-hmm.
stop really quick and talk about the two Karens.
You
Who,
know. You
hold
know.
on, hold on. Let's talk about these two
Oh
Karens
my
who
gosh.
who came through here with all of the ruckus.
You know.
I don't like Arena and I don't like Micah. I'm sorry.
First
I,
of all,
go
first of
ahead, Ma.
all,
Go
Irina,
ahead.
you came from Russia. You're telling us how you struggle, and now you're gonna come on national television and act like an ass.
Mm-hmm.
You're forgetting your roots. You're forgetting where you came from. First of all,
Say
she's
it
not the
again.
most beautiful woman on the cast.
Oh, snap. I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, she is not, and that's what I felt so bad for Zach. I said, Zach, are you
Mm,
out of your mind, Zach?
exactly.
As an
Well,
attorney, as a guy who has a little bit of some wisdom and education, and listen, we're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him.
I just felt like the way they was portrayed on the show we watched, Arena was laughing at everybody. You spoke
Yes,
about your acne in your face. And I'm not being mean. I'm not saying this to be mean. I promise you I'm not. But you spoke about your acne and the things you had to deal
yes,
with. But yeah, you were doing that. I
yes.
don't understand. Make that make sense to me. You felt like it was okay to laugh and follow behind Micah. Micah had her man or whatever. Micah was also mean. Let's go back. I know you don't like Kwame. Let's go back. The reason why I have issue with Micah is because Micah knew that he was feeling somebody else. He meaning Kwame. He was feeling Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I watched every episode.
Yeah.
He was feeling her. Okay. And then all of a sudden, Micah starts putting things in his head like,
Yes.
why don't you give me opportunity? And I was like, why are you doing that? Unless you actually like him, want to be with him. Then when you come through with, well, I just want you to know, pretty much you don't want to be with him. You want to be with somebody else. So
Right.
why did you do that when he was already feeling someone else? I did not like that part.
Selfish. She's a selfish girl. She's very selfish. She was seeing two guys, yet she does not want Kwame to have these two connections, and she does not even want Paul to have these two connections.
True.
And
And I thought, go ahead, go ahead,
Mhm.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
And I'm saying, she's gonna break Kwame's and Chelsea relationship, and you know what? Karma is karma, because that girl she's sleeping with over there might mess up with her situation, because she kind of likes Paul, right? Irena
She does.
likes Paul.
She does. She does. This is the first. Let's be clear. It's the first season where we have seen that even after the pods are over,
Yes,
they are deciding to. And I'm gonna be
bring.
honest with you about this. But be honest, Mod. I actually like that. You know why? Because if we're here to find love, we're gonna find love, right? Maybe this didn't work out. Let's still get a happy ending. I actually like that they did that because before they
So the
kind of was
question
like,
I have for you is:
go ahead, go ahead.
if somebody does not choose you at the point, are you gonna and it doesn't work out, and like between Zach and Irena, do you would you accept it? Would you give it a shot? Like if Zach came to you and told you, oh, I made a mistake, it was a wrong decision, and now I wanna see how things are gonna go with you. What would be your response?
That's difficult because I was never gonna be second choice. So for that one, I don't know because in that moment, it seems beautiful on paper and out loud, like, oh my God, it came back to me. But you had to go to somebody else to figure out that you want me. So it would be under that person's decision if she wants to be second choice if she looks at it that way. Because I would. I just want to show this picture of her.
I
Look at
know.
how better
I
she
know.
is.
This is when somebody was crying. This is when
Somebody,
Amber, I
they
believe,
were
was it
Amber.
Amber?
Amber. No, she was trying to listen with Amber. Yeah, Amber was crying because these two were more invested in causing problems in the house to
Mm-hmm.
make sure they got a
And
man at the
finding
end.
love. Right.
Right? To me, it's not about love for these two. It was about getting to the end, in my
Right.
opinion. Because when she sees Kwame, she wants Kwame bad. I don't care what she say. She wanted Kwame bad when she saw Kwame at the pool. You know how they get together or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on that bullshit to me. She don't know what she wants. There's no love involved with that. So did you kiss the part where they kept on saying give them grace? I thought about you the whole time. I said they said give them grace. Jacqueline, they kept on saying
Yeah.
give them some grace. I was like, Lord have mercy. Has she seen Mob before? Oh my God. Okay, um, so Micah, when she broke up with Kwame, I was so pissed off. You break up with Kwame, and Kwame was coming in there with, I don't know, I believe in my heart of hearts that Kwame was coming in there to ask her to marry her.
Yes, of course. That's what he was
What
coming to do.
you believe? Okay, so he was gonna come ask her to marry her, and she says, "Oh, we're not da da da." He was so hurt by that woman. I was like, he was in love with her,
Mm-hmm. But
and she sit
also,
down.
she,
Go ahead.
she is dictating everything about the whole situation because she's the one who told Paul, you have to end things this night, this evening. With you have to end. What was Paul's other connection?
Uh, I
Her
don't remember
name.
who. Which look like? Which
What
look
was
like?
her name? What was Paul's? Was it? She was a beautiful girl too. Um. Oh, Rashida says second choice doesn't sit right with me. I don't know
Exactly.
if you like somebody, and I feel like Zach and what's her name? Jackie? No,
Jakai. Well, I'm saying her name. I have her name written down, but it's Jacquelina.
not no 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 not Jacqueline. Zach. The other connection for Zach was Irina and who?
I don't know because I know Irina. I can't remember now. Oh my God.
It was
Amber. You mean Amber when I was crying? Who
Amber
was
was a Amber is a flight attendant, not Amber.
who was Amber's connection when she was so upset
Amber
about?
was Paul. Paul.
Oh, okay. So that's why Mike
Yeah.
goes. Okay, gotcha. Ooh,
Hmm.
wow. I
The
got
other
tired of
girl
hearing
that
Mike's little burn.
the girl that he just had a sit down with just before the episode 5 ended. Zach.
I don't
Zach
remember.
came back and they're in a restaurant and they're meeting with this girl. What's the name of the
Oh, you
girl?
talking about Arena?
No, Irina, they never sat down. Irina, they broke up.
Who was that? That was
Yes.
Bliss,
Yes. If I were
Bliss.
Bliss, I would go for it. I would go for it.
I would go. Look, Mom, I'm gonna say something. If it was me, I would go for it too. You find love where it is. Yes, I probably pissed off on second place, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I got the prize. Okay, the prize is mine. He ain't going nowhere. He made a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
they didn't even get intimate, and they hated each other the whole night. So to me,
Yes.
I can deal with that. It's different. They weren't intimate or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
okay, let's get into the whole thing where um when Marshall came in pissed off, ready to fight Josh. How'd you feel? Girl,
I was laughing. He was breathing and breathing. I'm like, Marshall, you cannot be that man. Yeah, it's gonna be a fight. You can't. The two of you can't fight. Huh?
Josh was like, I ain't scared. Josh was like, I ain't scared nobody. I was like, oh,
Yeah, he's like, but Marshall is like, I can help you pack your things and leave. Do you wanna leave?
didn't he say that there was see Marshall, I like Marshall. Marshall has his cute face and everything, but Marshall's not to play with. He wants
Yes.
his woman, and he's not playing with that. So I like that he's like, this is my woman. This is my woman. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Chelsea, I want to talk about Chelsea really quick. Now, Chelsea to me,
She's so sweet
she's so sweet, but yet I feel
and
like there's some
forgiving.
insecurities there. But she's strong though. The way she responded to Kwame and stood her ground, you should have walked away and left. Before we get there, So Chelsea and Kwame, I thought in the beginning was, you know, was gonna be it or whatever you want to say, but then he got so swept away by Micah. It was
Right?
ridiculous. And so
Came back. That's the
Chelsea had
first
Chelsea
red flag.
Chelsea had to sit. Hold on, but Chelsea had to sit in the same room and listen to Micah gush or talk about how she dumped Kwame. I was like, how do you sit in the room with the other women, especially as nasty as Micah was, and deal with that? I
Hmm.
thought about that watching.
And I don't know when Chelsea is gonna learn, because that was the first red flag that you'd have noticed. Like this dude, and I don't know the conversations they had after that. I mean, he came there with his guitar and trying to play some stupid song. Okay, so that was the first time that I felt some type of way. And then okay, so then you all meet each other. Before the conversation, you tell Chelsea that you don't have any feelings, even when you meet Mika for the first time, Micah, whatever her name is, you're not gonna have any type of. And
Right.
then you meet her, and your eyes are all over her ass, and you're
Yes.
talking to the guys, and Brett is trying to tell you, yo, forget about that. That is in the past.
Hold on, wait. Before, but I forgot. Brian said he actually with Sorry, what Marshall actually said was he's ready to scrap, and Josh was like, "You talking to me?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." Before speaking of who'd you say Brett? So this is the part that really got me going when she was laying there asleep, and he said, "Hello, hello, I'm in love with you. Hello." I
Oh
was like, "Wait." I was like,
my God. He was ready to go. He came back there and he told the guys,
He
I'm
was
leaving.
so
I'm
pissed
leaving.
off.
Because
He was pissed.
yeah, no,
Go ahead.
but it also kind of was relatable to whatever story that he was talking about. Like you just don't know about tomorrow, what's gonna happen tomorrow. The story that he was talking about, this wedding of his brother, and they never went for a wedding. Now they started, preparing for, but which was very sad. And he said,
That storyline was so, oh my god, my.
yeah,
So when he told the story that his brother was in love,
yeah,
okay, and that he said he was getting ready, they were getting ready for the wedding,
uh-huh,
and all of a sudden he gets a phone call from the fiance saying I haven't heard from him, and like he said, he didn't think anything of it. He thought maybe he just missed, no big deal. But then he gets the call, you need to come home now, and
right.
they call him, no, the brother's gone. I was really struggling with that scene because it's like, it's as simple as that. Driving on a road and losing control, and that person ends up dying. Car wrecks happen every day, so that's why for him, I think finding love for him is super important. So when he said, "I'm in love with you," and she was asleep, she was snoring. She was so
I thought,
snoring.
I thought she was acting. I thought she was acting until her
I
friends
thought
came
she
to pick
was
her
too
up.
at first. I was like, "What is going on? Is she girl?" I was like, "Okay, oh my god!" And so then when he finally talked to her again, and she explained everything, you know,
It was
that
beautiful.
made
It
me
was
happy.
beautiful. It
That made
was
me. That made
magical.
me.
I loved it.
It made me very, very happy because I was like, okay, so at this time, this man is trying to let this woman know, this is who I want to be with. This is
Right.
who
Yes.
it was beautiful.
Unfortunately, I feel like this is the only couple that is gonna last from this season.
You think so? The only
Mhm.
one.
Listen,
There we go.
listen. Kwame just want to smash my Micah. Is that her name?
Mm.
That's all. There's no substance. It's not gonna last. It's just sexual energy between the two of them, because the girl
I
wants
do,
him.
I do feel like that Micah. No, well, I feel like that Micah. Oh, look, hold on. Let's go ahead and get to the resort when all the mess happened. But before you say that, I'm gonna say I agree that Kwame just was trying to get him some. I mean, him and Chelsea smashed like with the quickness. I mean, it was. I'm not trying to be funny. It was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I just think he wanted to get him some, and that's pretty much it. So let's go to the resort. The wedding is 4 weeks away. I'm like, I cannot believe the wedding is actually. If I'm in that position, we just got engaged. The wedding is 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
That did seem Usher. You right there were. I'm like, how is it? I don't know, man. So Marshall straight up asked her, do you want to wait for intimacy
Yes.
before or after the marriage? And she said, why you ask me that? I was like,
Don't you wanna test the car before you buy it?
I was like, okay. I
Mhm.
mean, I
I think
mean,
I think she is sexually frustrated because you can see her saying in the trailer saying, we don't have sex. We usually don't have sex.
yes,
But I also feel like Marshall is a very emotional guy, so that if he has a bad day and you're giving him, bad energy, he doesn't feel like he wanna have sex.
right, gotcha.
And
Look,
I don't know
go
why
ahead.
was she crying? Why was Jacqueline crying like that at the resort?
So to me, Jacqueline, listening to her speak, if you hear the tone in her voice, she was like, it's heavy. She said, I think she was looking at it like, this is a beautiful moment here. I'm with this beautiful man. We are enjoying each other's company. I'm about to get married in 4 weeks. She freaks out. Maybe her family is a lot. Maybe they're ghetto. I don't know. But either way it
Mm,
go, she was looking at it like, I don't want to, because she specifically said, I don't want to scare him away. My
mm,
family. And then she said, I take care of everybody. She says,
mm,
it's a lot. So I felt like that it's really heavy on her,
mm.
and it's a getaway. But for a moment she's like, I'm somewhere and I'm happy, I'm elated, but I remember I have to go back home, and whatever's
Yeah,
back home is heavy, whatever it is. She said, I take
and
care of
he,
my.
right, but he has a very good guy who kept telling her, you're not going to do this by yourself. It's the two of us, which was very beautiful.
So you understand that, being from another country, as far as your family depending
I
on you.
understand. Yes, and I was gonna say that I was gonna, when she said that, she has not had a time to any time to herself, right? So you're
Mhm.
given this opportunity, you're enjoying life, you're on the beach, good food and all stuff like that that you have never experienced, and then be like, what, I have to go back to that life. This is just for this moment. I have to go back to this life, where everybody is, and I'm taking care of everybody, and so much responsibility. And I get that. I just you feel sorry for her. She's a beautiful girl
I did.
and young, only
I
26.
did. Yeah, and then you know what? When her, because if you not, I'm not sure if you heard about love before, as far as the heartbeat. I'm not sure in your country is the same thing, but when she was upset and they took that moment and they were hugging, it was like there was no cameras around, and all you can hear is the heartbeat, and the
Yes,
heartbeat
I
was a
know.
line. It was a line as one. So to me, I know I can't pull it up. It's an old saying or something about the heart's line is one. That's your true love. That's why I feel like with these two, you say you
I
think
hope
it's a
they're gonna work. The only reason is because in the trailer you
her
can see
of
her
her
questioning it.
because of her. She is doubting herself. It's her insecurities
Yeah,
to me
yes. Mhm.
that will ruin the relationship. What do you think?
It is true. And then we have the guy, what's his name? The guy who wanted to propose to her is over there saying, if you're not getting it, I can always speak, we can always continue with me.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Good
I
brother.
did. I
Stop.
did. Look, the,
Yeah.
the thing that the thing that's messed up about it is like, I don't know what's gonna happen because the other people are gonna be sniffing around. Remember, they don't have anybody, so they're gonna be sniffing around saying, "Did it work out?" Just like her, and just like the whole Zach situation, because Zach straight told her, "This is miserable. This is horrible." I was like, "Damn, why did
And
you choose her?" The
right.
question is, why did he choose her?
Because I think, why? It's because of the sex energy. I'm telling you, Blaze is a very cool, calm, and collected woman. She's not like that hyper. This other girl just wanted to be picked, so she's gonna come over there and act all those and tell you all those things that you're gonna mess your mind. And I think that's what happened. He never went for that steady, connection that even if it's not as romantic as this other one, or it doesn't feel as romantic, but there's some assurances over here, and that was the same thing even with Kwame. Chelsea is giving you all these assurances, but you're still hooked to this other, energy because you know, it's I guess that's the only explanation I have.
Okay, I want to talk about something really quick now. When Jacqueline said "tanto," now I used to be really fluent in Spanish. That was like what I love Spanish when I was growing up. I was gonna be a teacher, so I took Spanish in my youth. So when
Mm.
I heard her say "tanto," I was like, wait a minute, maybe because in Spanish, just like how in Kenya there's different versions or whatever. So in Spanish,
Hmm.
there's many different Spanish. There's many different things they mean different. So I was like, I know "tanto" means like stupid or whatever. So I'm like, she's not calling her fiance that. And then at the end, when she goes, my tonto, my dumb ass, I have to admit I didn't like that. Because the whole
Mm,
time you've been calling this man that, this whole entire episode, if someone doesn't speak
mhm,
Spanish, your man might be think you calling him baby or cutie or something in Spanish. He don't know. So the whole time, and some of her jokes didn't sit with me. That was distasteful. Just like
mm.
I thought when Micah said a failed proposal. My thing is this: you should be happy someone proposed to you. You're being all snarky because in reality you don't really want Paul. You're being snarky because you actually want Kwame. Instead of being a woman and saying I want Kwame, you're gonna be all snarky and say, "Oh, they failed proposal," and then Kwame, let me get you together really quick. So Kwame, she straight told in front of everybody
Right.
that was a failed proposal. You
Hmm.
should have no 20 minutes, as Chelsea said,
Addressed it there.
laughingly, giggling.
Uh-huh.
No, ma'am. And then, in fact, you
Hmm.
should have said nothing. Chelsea, your
Hmm.
girl, your fiance, she just stood up and said, "Who are you talking
Hmm.
to like that? Do
Hmm.
not treat my man like that."
Right.
Okay. Period.
So,
I didn't
and
have
then
much. Go ahead, Ma. Go ahead.
you call her on the side, then you start giggling and laughing and doing all that bullshit. I'm not liking Kwame. And I'm not liking Kwame's energy, and I feel like Chelsea should not be wasting time on that dude because he's such an asshole. Listen, and he's not the most attract. Like I cannot compare that with Brett. All right, you cannot even compare that with Marshall. So I don't know. I don't know why he feels like he is the prize.
Yes. And then
Okay,
talking to her for 20 minutes for what? Just to
20 minutes.
say,
This
hold
is what
on,
I'm
wait.
saying.
How about mine? How about the part when she said when Chelsea and him went through the ancestors came and the
He said
Indians.
he still
They
not closure.
hold on, wait, my, damn it. Anyway, so all of a sudden when she said that to her, when she was like, "Do you have Closure." He said partial. They say partial or not
He said,
completely. I was like, what? You talked to her for 20 minutes in the corner while you were giggling and sniggling in each other's faces.
because closure for him is sexual. Closure for him is until he sleeps with that girl is when he's gonna forget her.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I agree.
Unfortunately, once you do that, you'll have lost Chelsea, who is such a beautiful girl, sweet girl, and you're not gonna even have anything with her, with this blonde girl, the Mika. Mika is her name.
Mike,
Mika.
Micah,
Micah.
Micah.
Yeah, you're still not gonna have anything after sex. After these two sleep together, that's it.
Because I don't think Micah wants anybody. They're
I
at a
think she wants
resort.
to break Chelsea and comment. She's not going to stop at anything
Hold
until
on.
that happens.
But there was one couple that was very sexy. Bow, 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 baby.
I know, I liked
I
it.
was like, what is going on? I was
You
like,
know,
what?
but when they were talking,
I
when the
love it.
girls were talking, and she said that they have not been intimate, I was like, what? You have
But
not been
because she's
intimate?
on her cycle,
Yeah,
she said she's on her
yeah. Until
cycle.
I heard that, then I was like, okay,
But
now
th-
that makes sense.
but
And then she said,
and then
oh,
and then, and then in
listen,
the last episode, she was like, "Oh, we got it on." She said, "I'm still thinking about it." I was like, "Oh,
oh my, yo, but even in
oh
that
my."
conversation, she said, just because I have my period doesn't mean that we are not having pleasure in other ways. I loved it. Loved it.
Mm.
What happened to Kendra? Kendra was a social worker. I was hoping to see her, at least her story being told or somewhere, but I could not even see her anywhere.
Exactly. See, this is the thing about it. Now, I don't know. Remember how we had the same situation when we was talking about the last season? How I interviewed the girl, and that
Yes.
interview was in my interview playlist, where she was featured in the commercial. She was featured in "Hey, how you doing, baby? I see you." She was actually featured in the commercial. That was who was that? That was Brett and Tiffany, but she was never shown in the episode. And so she said her person wasn't there. So to me, by going by that interview,
Oh,
what she said, then Kendra's man must not have been there. Because to me, they follow a story that they see is going to be a success or a train wreck. I'm just keeping it real.
yeah,
Because as
yeah,
far as Love is Blind, they got to get ratings. People going to watch it. So
right,
if you're going to have a show like this, you're
right.
going to have a show where the end result is, yeah, we're going to have some almost missed it but didn't get there, a success, and then a complete train wreck of drama. Da, da, da. We watch it for all the things. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I I don't know. What you think?
I also like the way they are bringing, like the way you said in the beginning of this life, and you said, the way they are bringing their other second choices, and if you feel some type of way, go for it. I like that. I don't want you to do it to wait until the marriage. I want you to end like the way Zach ended things with what's her name, Irina. I
Hmm.
think that's the way to go. Don't waste so much time. End it. Focus on the other girl, because we are here to celebrate. Because even if you had two connections, that means if this one failed, this other one can. There's a possibility of this other one working and going, walking down the aisle, and having a wedding after 4 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, they have 5 weeks till they get married. 5 weeks.
It's
So to
gonna be
me,
messy once they go
it's gonna be
start
very
living
messy.
together.
This is already starting to be a messy season. I'm just gonna say, to me, they bold. These people here are different from the other all the seasons. These people are bold. They don't care. They want to get their freak on. They're doing it. They don't care about who knows about it. They
Hmm.
want that man. They want that girl. They say, I want it. I'm intrigued, Ma, because it's like, to me, life is short. If you want that person and they want you,
Right,
go for it.
right,
Don't force
right.
yourself on it. Don't force it. But if look, like you and I both said, and even your culture, I'm sure, and I'm from Louisiana, arranged marriages were the way
Yep,
they were. They back in the day, your
hundred
maybe
percent.
the husband and I'm sorry, the mother and father would say, "Look, young lady, you're going to marry the Johnson boy,
Right.
okay?" And she's like, "Who's the Johnson boy? Y'all gonna meet on your wedding day," and that's and that's
Yeah.
literally how it was. And then but the thing about it, when you talk to people like that, I've seen stories. They'll tell you they fall in love eventually. They become
Hmm.
best friends because they're friends. They platonic. They don't know each other. It's the only person you're with every day. So you're eventually going to fall in love, and I kind of love it. It's just you might be an ugly person to that person, but they're gonna fall in love with you. Y'all are committed to be married. Y'all got
Right.
kids.
Yes.
Oh, you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know
Do
your
you
background.
see? Do you see any similarities between SK from the last season and Kwame?
Stop it. Stop it. And yes, I'm sorry, I do.
I don't. I feel like it's a different type of.
Every season we'll get a black man that's acting crazy with an accent. Yes, thank you.
But it's also a different kind of a similarity. And Kwame is an African name, very African. I'm even surprised that he doesn't have an African accent. Uh, but he
Why not?
must have.
No, well, because sometimes people come from Africa and go to Europe and they have a Europe accent and they're. I knew a
No, he
girl.
must have come from here.
No, no, I
Or
know, but
migrated
I
here
knew a
when he was
girl.
very young.
I knew a girl who had a Europe accent, and her family was born and raised and over there in Africa. I forgot where. And
Yeah,
I was like, "How is that you have an accent?" She said, "When I forgot how old she was sent to England. She grew up there and got her education there, so she has this accent." So I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying, but I was wondering, was he like that? You know what I'm saying? It's what
hmm,
I'm saying about going to school overseas, and then she would have a hard time because people called her white and she was black in her culture, especially in her hometown. They could, I mean, her hometown, especially in her where she was from. So I'm asking that because of what you said about him. Is that a common thing? This is a side note that if someone comes from Africa or Kenya or whatever, and they go to like over the
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
and is that hard for them to deal with that?
To to deal with what?
Like if they okay, they would get busted. We call busted like the different schools from Kenya to like England at 12 or something like that. And they go to these boarding schools and then you meet them at 21. You're like, who is that? Because they talk different. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
what that's what I was saying that had probably happened to him. I knew a girl like that.
Right, right, right,
So
right, right, right. I
I'm
agree.
asking. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. But I was saying I would rather have this kind of a cheating with Kwame, you know, than having the one with SK that we respected, that we did all that, and then all to find all over, after so long, we find out, oh, he was doing all these things on social media while, is what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Now, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
But to me,
but
I don't know
cheating is
why.
cheating, and
I no, no,
disrespectful
but
is.
I feel like that he's very arrogant. Not SK. I think SK was stupid, but I feel like that the Kwame is very arrogant. Like, oh, I'm the man. I'm
Yes,
educated.
he said he's compromising. He's compromising that's. And if you see, you can say because compromise every time with my husband in this marriage, right? But I don't think that's
Mm,
what to me. I thought that he's saying he's compromising because of the looks. Like you'd have gone with this a beautiful girl than, because if you put these two together, Chelsea and Micah, I don't know why I keep like,
Micah, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, many men will go for her and just leave Chelsea, but while Chelsea has a
Yes, they
beautiful
would.
heart. So I feel like when he said he's compromising, I think he was referencing to the physical appearance of Chelsea. I don't know. We'll have
I
to see
no, no,
that.
no. I agree. I agree. I agree. I really do think. Um, I agree with that. I believe that that's what he was trying to say. Like, girl, because in the world the way we are, if they saw, Micah, they would pick her
Yeah,
over.
is what I'm saying. And that's what Kwame is struggling with, because everybody here has been conditioned to think that as long as you're blonde, you are the most beautiful thing in the world.
Mm.
Which I up until now, and I've lived in this country for a minute now, I still don't get it. I don't understand why everybody thinks that just because you're blonde, you're everything.
You say you don't get why they say that?
I don't get it. Like, why do you why does it have like everybody, even people, changing their hair color to be blonde just so you can fit in some kind of.
First of all, girl, how does it that you don't know that your mentor has a box of blonde hair
No,
color
no.
right now? Ain't gonna dye this blonde hair blonde. Let's go. What the? And you even before now you see me blonde hair. Like, what are you talking about? I had to get into it. I want to hear your explanation because I got into it with another YouTuber. I won't say his name, idiot. But he said something about my blonde hair and being black. I didn't get too much into it. So what is your deal? Tell me. What's the problem?
I take it back. I take it back.
No, it's too late. So what's the problem? Tell me what's the deal? What's the tea?
No, but I find girls emphasizing on that very much. And it's not necessarily black girls, all right? It's like white girls that they just want, even if a brunette, or that's a topic. Oh, you're blonde. Oh, you're brunette. Like the color of your hair is such a big, it's a topic now. You know,
Mm.
because you put so much emphasis on that. And I feel like, unfortunately, that's why we have so many failed marriages in this country or in the European, you know, world, because there's so much emphasis on physical appearances. Unlike, during my day when I don't know about now, the kids back home, I don't know what they're doing. But back when we were dating, even when you bring somebody home, they don't care about how you look. They're asking you, have you gone to school? Hmm? How have you been?
Really?
How are you raised? Do you guys go to church? How are your parents? Let's focus on how you look. Like that is the last thing on anybody's mind. I'm not saying that you don't have to be, looking beautiful, but it is not, it's just a small thing that is, it's not even important in a marriage, because that fades away. That's gonna fade. I mean, listen, the way I looked, when I met my husband, it's not the same. I look, you
Yeah.
change. And if he was focusing on that, then we will not be here where we are 15 years down in my marriage, because it has to
Mm.
be something deeper than that. Has
Okay.
to be. And I feel bad that Kwame is so focused on a physical appearance of a girl who looks so immature, mean, who acted up, who was, was, you know, enjoying when other people were agonizing during the, other women. And you have just look at somebody's character to know who they are. And these two girls are not, people that you'd want to relate with. And I agree with uh Bliss, who said, what, if you're gonna pick Irena, that tells me what kind of a man you are when it comes to judgment. Although that was a little bit too much, because he does not get to see how this girl was acting around the other women. You know,
Yes.
you remember that conversation?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I don't. I mean, what? I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. I don't.
About what? Because I said so many things. I don't know what you're talking
I know
about
you
now.
said a lot, but I'm kind of wrap my mind on even the fact. how they talk to each other kind of. I'm not gonna say talk to each other nasty, but like even when he said this honeymoon was horrible. Who was that? Zach said it. Like everything was so like blunt and just like in their face. I just felt like this
Right.
season is so different from the other seasons. What do you think? Do you agree with that or no? They said they're very different. It's very bold
Very
this season.
different. It's very different, but they are also very real, and
Mhm.
they are showing us who they really are, right?
Yeah.
Because this girl kept saying, I've been trying to be so mean to you just to get, even because even when she was having that conversation with her best friend and saying, when he touches me, I feel like like she wants to, don't touch me,
Right. But
Girl.
but see, all of that to me, it was just disrespectful the way they just the way they spoke to each other.
Well, both of them were, yeah, both of them were.
It was
Because
just
even
very,
Zach
very
said, I've been thinking about the other girl ever since and then she said, oh, ever since I met you, I knew you're not.
you so
Salvage, salvage. Oh my gosh.
yeah, yes, yes. So the next episode coming up,
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
really
it's gonna
interested to
be
see.
I feel like that one we should just do just what that one episode.
We probably are going to have to because I got a feeling that episode 6 is going to be. It's probably going to take 2 episodes to feel the drama because it's going to be crazy with the ex coming back and somebody gonna be like, I know we said we're gonna break up, but I feel like this today. It's gonna be a lot of that. I have that feeling. People gonna be coming back saying, "Oh, you." It's gonna be triangles. People gonna be talking a lot of noise, and then to me, getting into meeting the families. I think
Right.
that
That's
the
gonna be
issue,
something. Yeah.
that's what I think the issue is gonna come for. What's his name? Who?
Marshall and Jackie, right?
Well, them, yes, especially because I think her family. It's like they're giving us a warning. Like my family crazy. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is that's gonna that has her acting so. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know. But oh Lord, I'm gonna say
Who else?
this.
Who else the family you think is gonna be a problem?
Oh, it was the one we like, Tiffany. It's too
Really?
perfect. Listen to what I'm saying. Something has to be off. Do you understand what I'm saying? In this world,
Oh gosh.
I think they're gonna be good. I just think they're gonna have. You have to go through the bad waters to make sure
Right. Yeah, I
that couple
agree.
can
It's not gonna
stand
be
it.
roses every day.
Right. So I think that there's gonna be things, who knows, his mom might be like, I don't like her. Her dad might be like, there's no telling. So I think that's gonna be their cross to bear as a family.
And you have to
That's what I
remember
think.
she's 36 years old. She's I think a year older than him.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy because some mothers do not even want their sons to date older women. Some mothers have
Yes.
issue with
Because you want children at this age is a little bit late. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I have 2 sons, and I probably would be like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it, which is what it is. But I mean, I
Oh, oh,
probably would have.
I'll be like, I'll be side eyeing them. I know who I
Exactly.
am. Yeah, and this
Me
is my
too.
son. And well, he never went to college, but he has finances together. He's running this business, and then you're gonna bring me a 36-year-old. I mean, when are we gonna have grandchildren? You know what I mean? It's human.
Yes, I agree with that.
It's human. And you have to remember, I don't know if these are gonna be his own. Are they only two children? One died. Does he have another sibling?
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of variables with
A lot.
that. You bring up a
It's
good
a lot.
point. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of
But
variables.
Tiffany is
So
a beautiful girl, so
you say who now?
Tiffany is
Tiffany?
a beautiful girl, so
She is. She is. So we'll have to see what happens. In this next episode. 'Cause to me, this next episode is. Uh-oh. This next episode is going to be super super insane. So me and my are gonna probably be dragging and get into
Yes,
it. Things that we always do. So y'all
yeah,
look, it's gonna be me and my Afro Mama. We are going to be doing commentary for the full season
yep.
uh
Get ready
of
to be
This
sick
Line.
of us.
So y'all better be prepared because I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot of Lord Jesus shenanigans she's gonna put me through here. But it's gonna be fun times. But anyway,
It's gonna be
mine
fun.
I'm gonna put the description in the chat. I'm in the chat in the subscription your YouTube because right now mod is road to 1.5k. We're trying to get to 1.5k and then go to 2k. So we got to get there and get it going. All right. Again,
Yes.
again,
Yo,
I
go
love y'all.
subscribe.
Go ahead, Mine. Go ahead, talk your stuff. What you got coming up, Mine? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I have an interview coming up tomorrow with Z. I'm excited about that. I feel like I'm liking her energy already. I did an interview with Blue last night. It was fun. You guys go check it out.
From where? From where? From where?
From Blue from Ready to Love Miami season 7.
Mm-hmm. And where's the?
Z from huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Z from Ready to Love, she was the first one to be eliminated. We're going to be talking about that and life after the show and all that fun stuff. Then I'm going to have Jonique also on Tuesday. She's also from Ready to Love Miami, season 7. And it's more, and I'm gonna be reviewing Big Brother Canada with a friend of mine who is in the mentorship group with this group with Kamisha. That's gonna be fun on Monday night. We shall be reviewing Big Brother Canada. You guys, you can access that. It's on YouTube, so go watch it and then come join us on my YouTube channel because I am the
I am
undisputed
so proud.
African queen.
Let me take a moment as a mentor to say that I'm so proud that she is going out of her comfort zone doing Big Brother Canada. I'm just proud of her. Her consistency is everything. Like, yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
we've never done anything together. So this is our first project that we're gonna do together. So y'all pray for us. Go ahead, Ma. What was you say?
I want you to clap that again one more time.
My Jesus Christ.
Yes. Mm. Yes. I have arrived.
You were such Oh my God. All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm gonna close the door. This is the end. Bye.